What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And this one is, what do you watch if you're trying to watch something on Amazon Prime Video? What should you watch? Now, as always, I have done Netflix for you. I'm going to go through all the streaming services for you and tell you exactly, give you my top 10 picks of movies and television shows that you should be watching on this network. Now, I'm not going to go that long as I did yesterday on the Netflix. We're going to go faster. It seems that people have, love-hate relationship when it comes to Amazon. Now, if you ask me, for the money, out of all these streaming services that we are talking about, I would say that Amazon is the best one to have. Number one, mostly everyone orders from Prime anyway, right? Usually people order from Amazon.com, and when you get Amazon Prime, you get free delivery. So it just helps you out in that way. Basically, if you order enough from Amazon, you are going to get your money back for this for free. This is basically free, right? If you order enough stuff from Amazon throughout the year, right, this is basically a free service they're giving you because you're not having to pay shipping and handling anymore. So when you look at it like that, you're basically saying that this is a free service that you get just from ordering stuff from Amazon. You know what I mean? So it's basically free. And I would say number two, you can get, unlike Netflix, you can order any movies, right? You can order all the newest movies that you want to watch. You can buy them here if you want to watch them or rent them here. Plus, you have other networks, like say you want to watch something from HBO, or say you want to watch something from Epix, or say you want to watch something from a different channel. You can get that on this Amazon system. You can't do that on other networks, right? You can't do that. So you can watch just about anything you want. If you wanted to watch just the Picard show, but you didn't want to order the CBS service, then you can watch the Picard show on Amazon, right? So that is why I think that Amazon probably is one of the top two, if not three, services out there. I would rank it now. If I had to pick one service out of all of them, this is it. You can't get any Netflix shows. Netflix doesn't allow them to do that. But hey, you can get Apple TV shows on Amazon now, right? So if there's a show on Apple TV and you don't have an Apple TV box, but you want to watch those shows, you could watch them on Amazon. So this is going to be, I'm not going to go through all the shows on every different network, because if that was the case, you have to pay a lot of money. I'm just going to give you the stuff that is free that you could watch, all right? So before I get into that, let me just say what up to the people I see here in the chat with me, and that is Miss Oh So Awesome. What up to you? As always, holding down the Gazette for the dime, the OTDA, rocking it for the dime. What up to Beef and Bernie L, up in here chilling like a villain? You know how we do. What up to Fernandez T, my brother from the other mother? What up to Danny McCabe? What up to Pam Sands? I always mess up your name. I'm sorry. What up to Jake Cruz? What up to Autumn Bryant? What up to Steel 510 Rain? What up to Miss Sasha LaRue? Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. All y'all being up in here rocking with me. And as I said, I won't go that long as I did last time, because I think maybe it went too long for y'all. So we'll get right into it. All right. As always, if you're ever wondering, LMR is always welcome to come on. I always send her an invite if she can. But, this is like midday, so it's hard for her to get in here. So the lady may not be able to make it. But we shall go to the screen share right now, and I'm going to go right through these, and we're going to start off with television shows. All right, that's what we'll do. And here we go. All right, wait, someone wanted to ask a question. Let me get that question before I get up in here. Man, why is it doing this again? Let me get to that question real quick. The question, yeah, there's a question. Fernandez CS, let me answer this question, brother. Let me get this for you. I have a question. From what you said yesterday, Don, when you get a chance, how did hip hop get all feminine? All right, we'll talk about that. Ask me that in a different stream. I can definitely tell you exactly how that went down. But talking about yesterday real quick, let me just say this. There was a show that I did not put on there because I did not watch it at the time. It was called Mindhunter on Netflix, and that's definitely a show that I do recommend. I have watched it. I actually binge watched the whole first season, and it's hard for me truly to recommend, because I don't know if it's going to be another season after season 2. But if you are looking for something on Netflix to watch, and it wasn't one something I did not say and I should have said, definitely say Definitely go with Hunters. There's a question here that says Netflix versus Amazon Prime. I kind of gave you the ins and outs. The same thing about Netflix is you have a lot of shows on Netflix and they have a lot of better original content, I will say, at this particular time. But the bottom line is you can't order movies right out of the movie theater or new releases on Netflix. You can't watch shows from other networks on this channel as you can with Amazon Prime. As I said, you could watch stuff from Apple TV, you could watch stuff from Epix, you could watch stuff from HBO, you could watch stuff from Showtime, real time, right? So you could watch shows from Showtime and all those things right now. You don't have to wait like Hulu a week after, and you can watch it right now, real time. You can watch all those things real time on Amazon. So I think if it comes down to when you put those things into it, Amazon could be better, could be considered better. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So let's break it down real quick. First off, I'm going to give you my top 10 series that I think you should be watching if you have Amazon. And these are Prime original series, as you can see here. All the Prime original series. And number one, if you have to watch one and you can't watch any other, my suggestion is to watch The Hunters right here. Hunters, Al Pacino. This is the show you want to watch if you want to watch anything. I would watch, without a shadow of a doubt, season 1 of The Hunters. It's great, as it says, inspired by true events. Hunters follows the diverse band of Nazi hunters in 1977 New York City who discovered that hundreds of escaped Nazis are living in America. And so they do what any badass vigilante squad would do. They set out on a bloody quest for revenge and justice. But they soon discover a far-reaching conspiracy that must race against time to thwart the Nazis' new genocidal plans. This is one of the best shows I've ever seen. And I'm not just talking about on networks or anything else, just period. This is a great show. Obviously, Al Pacino is in it. And if Al Pacino is going to be in it, it's going to be a great show. So that would be my number one pick. If you have to watch something, please watch The Hunters. Next, number 2, if you have to watch something, I would say watch The Boys. Now, The Boys is it was based on a comic book series. Number 2 is going to come out. Season 2 is due to come out too. So I would watch The Boys. The Boys is an irreverent take on what happens to when superheroes who are as popular as celebrities, as influential as politicians, and as revered as gods abuse their superpowers rather than use them for good. That's basically all you really need to know about it. It is a more realistic look, as if superheroes really did exist in the world that we live in today. It's a more realistic take on that, and not like Superman and Wonder Woman, like they would do all good. Because please, if people had superpowers, look how bad people do now. Imagine people with superpowers, how bad they would really be. That would be my number 2 pick, without a shadow of a doubt, is The Boys. All right, my number 3 pick right here, we have to go down a little bit, is The Expanse. All right, now there's a season 4. It's out for The Expanse. We have 4 full seasons of The Expanse. This is a great show. If you never had a chance to watch it, this is something that you definitely want to watch. All right, with ring gates now open for thousands of new planets, a bloody soaked gold rush begins, igniting new conflicts between Earth, Mars, and the Belt. That's basically what it's about. This is a show that I recommend if you have. I don't know how you haven't seen this already. It's 4 seasons. This is really worth your Prime subscription in itself. And these are all free shows. So I would say number 3, we have to go with The Expanse. All right. So our fourth show that we have to get to, if it was up to me, I would say is Jack Ryan. Now, this is the 2nd season of Jack Ryan. I would say, it's not as good as the 1st season, but I definitely would say that this is a definitely good show to watch. I have 2 seasons of it, and it's after tracking a potentially suspicious shipment of illegal arms in the Venezuelan jungle. CIA officer Jack Ryan heads to South America to investigate. Now, also, I will say that if you have an Adobe Atmos system, a lot of these shows that I'm showing you all play in Adobe Atmos, which is phenomenal. I have oh my God, how did that happen? I have an Adobe Atmos system in my bedroom where I watch all this on, and the sound quality is just amazing. So that is something that you should watch right there. If you have that system, you really should be taking advantage of it. I know that the new Echo Studio speaker does have Adobe Atmos on it, and you really should be taking advantage of it if you have that speaker, which I do have that speaker. All right, that was number 3, I do believe, right? 3 or 4. Next up is Carnival Row. Now, when I first watched, now listen, they're not sparing any expense when it comes to actors. First, we've seen Al Pacino. Now you're here seeing Orlando Bloom, right? When they have one season of Carnival Row, I haven't heard anything about a second season, but I love Carnival Row. True, me personally, I know people may have not liked it from the beginning, but I personally love Carnival Row. And it says, with a serial killer loose on Carnival Row and the government that turns a blind eye to the deaths of its lower class citizens, a war-hardened investigator is the only person that willing to stand to stop the murders and maintain the fragile peace. Now, listen, you have crazy things like pixies and all these other creatures that are in there. So I would definitely, say that you want to watch Carnival Row. I could start playing some of these trailers for you. If you want, I can do that. All right, let's go back to after I've done, I think that's, what's that, 4 or 5? I think that's 4. All right, now. Carnival Row, upload, blah, blah. And I'm going to say that, there is much more stuff for you to watch on Netflix because they have more shows. But still, these shows, if you want looking for quality over quantity, you may have a better quality of shows on Amazon Prime, which brings me to Man in the High Castle. Listen, this is another epic show, Man in the High Castle. This is, it's really hard for me. Let me see if I play this trailer. It's really hard for me not to, to tell you how good this truly is. It really is. This is something that you need to see. If you have not seen Man in the High Castle, then this is something that you definitely want to see. You're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to watch it. You're not going to be able to have it on the background and do other things with it. But if you're looking for, it's another Nazi show. What are these Nazi shows? What are all these Nazi shows on Netflix for? Who knows, right? But this is basically if America and them lost the war and Hitler and Japan and them succeeded in the war. This is basically what this is. But then there's a tinge of things that let you know that America did win the war. You just got to watch it. All right. That's basically what I would say. Watch it. It's well worth your watch. All right. Let me go over here and check back to you, my people on StreamYard real quick, because I couldn't see anything like that. You would say Nazi shows never get old. I agree. A lot of Nazi shows never do get old. All right. Let me go back here. Back to what we're looking at. All right. So my next show I have to recommend for you is there we go. Ted Bundy, Falling for a Killer. Now, me, Elamar, and myself are actually we're actually doing a podcast on this right here. And it's basically the story of Ted Bundy, who the woman that you see right there, Ted Bundy's family, like the woman who fell in love with Ted Bundy, and how she stayed with him the whole time while he was committing these crimes, and how she didn't know he was committing these crimes, and how her daughter was there during this whole time. How was just a regular guy, and then all of a sudden he gets caught from committing these crimes and he gets accused of it. Then he gets, put on trial, and how she stays with him the whole time, and how he basically, she captured her. He captured her heart. He captured her. She couldn't believe that this is someone that she knew and she spent, and she loved this man. And the daughter loved this man. And it's a really good look from, usually you see it from one side, a cop side, or maybe the serial killer side. But when you see it from someone who actually loved this person, from, shared their life with him, it gives you a whole new perspective of this. So definitely, without a doubt, I recommend you watching this. One of the best documentaries out there. If you're really trying to get into a documentary, this is something that you definitely want to watch right here. The Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy. All right, let's go. into to other ones that you see. I have shown you a lot so far. I think I have like 4 more to go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, where is it? That I don't know if I could say that one right there. You know, I'm not gonna say the tick or anything else like that. Where's the other ones? Oh, those other ones I found. I don't think I think they're not original series. The other ones. That's why. All right, yeah. This is just the original series. Other ones I found are not original series. They're from other series and stuff, the other places and stuff. All right. If you can and you have a chance, and like say you have, like I said, you can get different things from different places on Amazon. Like I myself, I have Epics, and if you have Epics and you have that thing, then I will 100% recommend for you to watch The Godfather of Harlem. Now I recommend The Godfather of Harlem, really one of the greatest shows I've ever seen and everything else. I love The Godfather of Harlem. So if you have a chance to watch The Godfather of Harlem, I would say watch that. It's Forrest Whitaker is in it, and he plays Bumpy Johnson. And if you ever seen the movie Hoodlum, it's like a little bit after Hoodlum started. Well, yeah, it would be a little bit after Hoodlum started, the movie Hoodlum, right after that. So that's what this is about. It's a really good movie. And then you have War of the Worlds. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to see War of the Worlds, but it's from the novel War of the Worlds. But it is a really good show. It's very well done. And if you have a chance to watch War of the Worlds, I definitely would recommend War of the Worlds too. Obviously, that's not Prime, but if you have a chance, if you have the Epic app hooked up to it, you could watch those things. All right, I'm going to move on real quick. I'm going to come back over here to my people. All right. Come back to people over here. Seeing everyone. See AK47 is here joining us right now. See Pamela Sneed. No, well, is up in here. All right, let's keep going. Let's go over to some movies now. I do have more shows that I'm going to go back to, but let me do the movies because I can rip those off really fast. Now these are Prime movies. Like I said, when you're dealing with Amazon, like if you had HBO, you'd be able to watch all the HBO stuff. If you paid extra, you could watch that, and you can cancel stuff at any time. So say something comes out and you just want to watch that for that show, for that channel, you can watch it for the month and then cancel it and be done with it and not have to worry about it. Or you could rent and buy movies too that come out. That's something that you can't do on Amazon. So that may give it a little bit of edge if you like those things. All right. So popular Prime movies. Let's go through some popular Prime movies. I don't really like the most popular movies in Prime, but this is the list that we have here. I'm not big into the popular ones and stuff like that. But obviously, if you're sitting here and you're watching, I mean, you can watch this on any network. I think everyone's already seen it a million times. But obviously, listen. Number one, you can watch the Avengers from Marvel Studios here. It's not going to be available on Prime forever, I'm sure, that they're going to get rid of it and just put it on Disney Plus. But if you want to, obviously, you can go back and you can watch the Avengers here. All right, keep going down. I do not recommend Death Wish. I mean, Death Wish is a funny movie. Nothing that I would say that you need to watch or anything like that. No Medea. I'm not a Medea man. I don't like watching Medea. Another Avengers movie. Obviously, Captain America, the first Avenger. If you were into still Avengers movies, you're into Marvel. They do have some Marvel movies still left here on the service right now. Captain America, first Avenger is here, so you can watch the first Captain America movie and see how it all started with him, which is rare. I say that's a rarity right now that you can go somewhere else and watch another Marvel movie, because usually everything is being moved over to Disney Plus, and you're not being able to watch it after that. No Medea. I'm not into the Medea stuff. Me personally, Raw Deal, blah blah, Warrior, Response, Lost City Z is a decent movie. Escape from Wreckers. I should have went through it, pulled them out for you. All right, this is an original movie that I didn't think was bad. You know, I watched it. Is it the greatest movie ever made? No. But for a movie that was, you know, specifically just made for Amazon, The Aeronaut, it did entertain me. I did like it. It's about someone in a hot air balloon trying to go up in the hot air balloon to test or weather systems and current, and getting funding for it, and a woman that's actually a really great hot air balloon pilot that takes him up with him to do it. And you know, it's a good movie. Is it a great movie? Is it something that after you watch it, you're going to be like, oh my God, I just watched one of the greatest movies of all time. Special effects are very good. Amazon spends no expense when it comes to money for actors, for special effects and everything else. No expense do they spare in that situation. But I really enjoyed the movie. I was going to review the movie. I was actually going to do it on my channel, review it, but I didn't see that a lot of people gave it a chance. Well, I think they should have given it more of a chance than it was given. You know, you would think, oh, how could you know? It's a really good movie. It not really good, but it's a good enough movie that you if you have a couple of hours to spend in the day and you're looking for something to watch, you won't be saddened that you watched this movie at all. You'll be happy that you watched it. As I said, it is very well done when it comes to special effects. Felicity Jones does a great job with her performance in this. As it truly is a good movie. I liked it a lot. So you know, give it a shot if you can. Watch this movie if you have Prime and you're looking for something free to watch on Prime. I would say that this is something really good to watch right here. The Aeronauts, without a doubt. All right. All right, when it was getting interested, I pulled it away from you. Ah, I got to get out of the popular movies and just go down like by genre. Da, 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 da. Where is it? All right, let's go through the action invention ones real quick. That's where Night Hunt. No. Uh, I would say the interface is it the greatest interface in the world? No, it's not. I think it's the worst out of all the interfaces that there are. I have to admit that I don't like the interface compared to all of it. As you can see, they still have quite a few Marvel movies. When you Thor, Iron Man. So I'm not going to go through. Even got they got the cartoons, Planet Hulk. You know, they have the Wolverine Bolts versus Hulk. They have all those there. I'm not going to go. That Conan was terrible. I got to go to see more to really get into it. Just find something here for you. I don't like the Kid, Night Hunter, Warriors. That's where Last Stand. You know, the Rainmaker. I think everyone's seen that, so I won't put the Rainmaker in there. But I will put this right here, Rambo. This Rambo is a very. I mean, if you're into the Rambo movies, right? If you're into Rambo, I'm not gonna. You know, not many people are into Rambo and everything else. But if you are, I like all the Rambo movies. I'm a Rambo guy. You know, I've been Rambo since I was a child and everything. I think the one before this is a better Rambo movie, but they actually have all the Rambo movies, the whole package here on Prime. So you can watch every Rambo movie that you want, especially the last ones directed by Sylvester Stallone. I think that the other ones are better. The one before this is much better than the last one. But listen, you know what you're gonna get when you deal with Rambo, right? You're gonna get a one-man army who's capable of killing 500 people by himself. Classic 80s type things, and that's what you get when you're dealing with Rambo. Yes, he's an old man. Is he old? He is. He's very old, extremely old. Can he still whoop 80 people's ass by himself? He sure can. He's Rambo, and that's why you got to take it for what it is. It's like Bloodsport, you know what I mean? All these other movies like that, right? It's not a great movie or anything like that, but it's an entertaining movie. If you have a little bit of time to waste, then I would say why not waste it watching Rambo? I don't have a problem with that. Somebody has hit me up. Why did you hit me up? I'm doing stuff. All right, let me go back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, let's go to some comedies. All right, some comedies. If there's any I'm not a comedy guy, in all honesty. It's really hard to make me laugh. I'm not even gonna go through comedies because it's hard to make me laugh. It really is. You know what I mean? It truly is hard to make me laugh with things. I have to go to dramas right here. All right, so in the drama category, let's see what we got here. And I'm very picky when it comes to movies. All right, obviously, if you like Creed, I like Creed. I thought that Creed 2 was better than the original Creed. So if you're into Michael B. Jordan, you know, if that's your man, Michael B. Jordan, and you want to see Michael B. Jordan, you know, with his shirt off all the time, or anything like that, if that's what you're into, but then this is the movie for you because this is all that. The whole movie is just basically all that. But it is a decent movie, and you got Sylvester Stallone on there too, you know. So it's a good movie. Is it a great movie? No, it's not a great movie. I'm not going to say it's a great movie, but is it something that's entertaining that you could sit down and just watch and enjoy watching it? Of course, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I can't lie and tell you that I enjoy watching. Oh, Elamar is here. I didn't even see her there. Let me add her real quick. And everything else. So you could definitely watch it and stuff and have fun watching it. Let me say hi to Elamar real quick.
Hello. Hey, Tony.
You?
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Turn on.
Okay. Sound, yes?
Sorry. It was on me.
Okay.
I had that turned off because I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I was playing trailers and stuff, and I don't know if I can.
It's a perfect spot to jump in. I saw some awesome pics. You said if it's worth watching somebody running shirtless. Yes, it's worth watching somebody run, and he's gorgeous. So heck, I'll watch that.
Listen, whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you into it, makes you want to watch it. You know what I mean? Then I would say that makes it. Comments right.
And thanks for doing these, Tony. I'm actually stuck here. Well, not now. I just run some errands, and it's a perfect time to relax because it's it's always awesome to be here. So thanks for having me.
All right, no, it's not the same without you, and people would feel crazy if you really weren't in there. So that you have to be in there. Another movie I'm recommending right here is Crash. I don't know if any people seen Crash. It's a pretty old movie. But if you haven't seen it in a while, it's listen, it's the winner of 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Car accident brings together a group of strangers in LA. It makes me upset. It's one of those movies that I watch and I get upset after I watched it and everything. But it does make you think about situations and deal with social situations. But I thought it was. I don't know if have you ever seen Crash yourself?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've heard the title, but I don't think I've watched it. Maybe there were other movies by that title. Maybe that's what it reminds me of.
Oh, it was very popular when it came out. It was a huge popular. It was huge. I mean, it won Academy Award. So it was a truly big movie when it came out and everything. So. I recommend it. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it to you. It's something that you watch and everything else. I don't know how many prime things you have watched recently.
Oh, I have been watching too many things. Actually, I'm just scrolling through my stuff, and yeah, I know that I kind of jumped in and off because I was running errands, so I didn't hear all your recommendations. But I hope Mr. Mr. Robot was there. I hear a lot of good things about it. So what do you think about that?
And I think Mr. Robot was all right. I did not put Mr. Robot in there, but
Mm-hmm.
I do think Mr. Robot is a decent show. I know a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people do like that show. I think it's decent. I don't think it's great. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't recommend it at
Okay.
the time, but LMR recommends Mr. Robot. You
I
should
keep
go
hearing
look.
awesome things, and I love that actor. He played in that one movie. What was it? Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to see how he does here too. Yeah.
You also have Lord of War. If you haven't seen this, Nicolas Cage, a story about a gun runner who supplies dictators with guns, and it just shows you, how guns get spread throughout this whole world. I think it's probably maybe one of the last good movies Nicolas Cage was actually in. So I definitely recommend Lord of War if you have a chance to watch. If you have not watched that, that's an older movie. I would think that a lot of people have seen it already. If you haven't, I don't know what you're waiting for, but that is a really good movie too. And the movies I'm trying to show you are entertaining movies.
Mm-hmm.
Movies that will entertain you, that you can just sit back and watch and just be and like, this is a good movie to watch and stuff. I really do. And there's so many movies on this system. It's hard for me just to pull up the movies that I want. I should have
Mm-hmm.
had them all loaded and everything else. Another crazy movie, a movie I like that makes me feel bad when I watch it. I've watched this movie. I watched this movie twice in my life
Wow.
and never again. All right, because of how it makes me feel. But that is
Mm-hmm.
the Passion of Christ. That's not found in a lot of places. But it's a very good movie, but it's a very hard movie to take. How about you? Have you watched Passion of Christ?
Yes, I have seen it one time, and it's similar to I did cry during it. It reminds me of the movie. I think it's called The Road or Road. I did not need to see that movie. I didn't. Well, and I read the book too. So this is one of the movies that you see once, you see twice, then you're brave. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's a movie that I think everyone should watch at least once.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should watch it at least once, and it's a hard movie. I just want to
Mm-hmm.
say it's a very hard movie to watch, and very hard to see the suffering that happened at this man. If this is really truly what happened, it's hard. Times were very rough back then, and they were very cruel. And
Mm-hmm.
that's basically what I would say. But no one needs to be that cruel to anyone in this world.
Mm-mm.
No one deserves to get what he got, no
Yeah.
matter what you do. Well, listen, there's people who've done crazy things who deserve much worse than that,
Yeah.
I would say. But this man truly did not deserve that. What is that other movie that I just watched this movie too, and now I can't find it.
I'm scrolling through my list and I wonder if there's a way of checking to see what my watch list. I have my watch list, but sometimes I just click on stuff and watch it without putting it there. So it's hard to say.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I said Amazon's interface is not the greatest
Yeah, no.
when it comes
Mm,
to
mm-mm.
everything. It's just it truly isn't the
Yeah.
greatest interface that you have. I bought a lot of movies. I know it won't be on there and everything else. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard
Are
to
you
know.
into horror movies or no?
It all depends.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch them, but it's not nothing that I'm into to the point where I go out of my way to find the next horror movie. If
Okay.
there is a horror movie there that I want to watch or something like that, then I will watch it. But it's not something that I would, like go out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
Like as you can see, Child's Play right here. I watched Child's Play when I was a child and everything
Yeah.
else and all that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I get to the point now where I feel like I'll whoop that little man's ass. And
It was ridiculous how
yeah,
I actually rewatched it lately. Yeah.
I'll whoop that doll's ass. That doll has no chance versus me because all these people that obviously this is a little ass doll with a knife. All right,
Yeah.
a midget couldn't take me out with a knife, let alone a little doll. And they're always in the darkest place. I would go in
Mm-hmm.
the open street, turn
Yeah.
the lights on, and just wait. And just wait. And that's sneaking up on me and not doing it. You're not gonna get me in the Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be right there in the open spot. You're gonna have to come to me. I'm gonna kick you in the face and I'm gonna rip your little doll head right off. And that's
See,
what that would it be.
see, I, That's the stuff with one of the reasons why I ask you about you if you know if you're into horror story or horror movies is I used to love them when I was younger, and then I stopped for the longest time, and I picked up with it. And lately I've I guess not just bored, but looking for something different. I've been watching movies just to kind of not make fun of them, but see how ridiculous they are and were when they were made. And I rewatched Child's Play recently, and I have my list of what I've been rewatching, and this was just ridiculous. So sometimes I go into Netflix, or right now we're on Prime. I'll
Mhm.
go in there and just play something that's completely ridiculous for entertainment reasons to go
Oh,
back and see how it was.
if the most ridiculous movie of all time. Oh, what was the name of that? What is the name of this movie?
What was it about?
Let me see if I can find it.
Mm,
Here it is, right here. Let me pull this up. Listen, this
I've never
right
seen.
here,
Oh my god.
this
Oh.
movie right here
Hmm.
is the most ridiculous movie ever seen in your life. Cool as Ice, starring Vanilla Ice. Listen,
Okay.
you talk about dumb movies that did not have to be made. This is one of those.
Yeah.
You don't watch this. You don't watch this movie because you like it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like to watch this movie because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most ridiculous movies I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what they were thinking when they
Hmm.
They must have just said, "Hey, this guy's a big star. We have to get him in something." And they
Hmm.
just went and said, "Let's put him in this real quick. Let's see if we can get something out of it." I wonder how much that movie actually sold, because
Hmm.
I really can't see it selling anything, selling them as much. Can't see people going to see it, but hey, he was the
Yeah.
most popular rapper for a long time, and that's the bottom line. So really, you can't really say much
Hmm.
more about it and stuff. I've never achieved any type of fame that man had achieved. So I don't think many people have. Not many rappers have ever achieved that level of fame that he has achieved. And I don't think they probably, of course, everyone wants to, but not
Hmm.
for those reasons and stuff. But hey, I don't think he's working ever again from that. I think he's made his money and everything.
Hmm.
You know, as I said, when it comes down to it, this interface is terrible. It's hard for me to go through the whole interface of it and stuff. I people
Yeah.
say make a top 10 best and worst movie. Well, number one is Vanilla Ice. That's the worst movie ever. Well, I don't know. It's close. That definitely could be the worst movie ever made. What is that? The light must be hitting me on the side of my face
Hmm.
right here. Is that what it is? Yeah. Oh well. Hope it looks decent. Hope it doesn't look too
No, it
bad.
looks good. Looks
All
good.
right. I'm gonna
And
go
we're streaming in daylight, so it's a little bit different.
stop sharing that
Yeah.
window and everything else. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the movies and the TV show. I've given you enough TV shows to watch and enough movies to watch. As I said, it's hard. It's a really. I should have probably not done it live. I should have probably just went through and found the movies first and then put them out there for you, because it's just truly. And I'm gonna say this is the bad part about this. Navigating the app. The app is not that good. It's a
Mm-mm.
terrible app to navigate. It's not compared to Netflix and everything else. They're all better than Amazon. Amazon should
Yep.
totally redo that app, and it would be much easier for me to do that and stream stuff. I mean, do all that stuff and promote their stuff if that was the case. People saying the secret of ooze, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Vanilla Ice movie
Hmm.
is a very bad movie. It's truly, and people say it's far from the worst movie. I don't know. I really don't know. You have
Hmm.
to really watch that right there. If you really, people say Black Sails. Black Sails was a good show, especially for Game of Thrones fans and everything else. I would definitely say Black Sails is definitely a good show. I would say good things about it. And besides that, Elamar, any other shows you have recently watched that you want to say something about?
Uh, I'm pretty sure you mentioned the oh gosh, what was it? The Hunters? Did you
Yes,
mention
I
that?
did.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, so that's definitely I loved it. That was recommended by you. I watched it and I loved every minute of it. Um what else? The I finished The Outsiders, but again, that's on the HBO, so that's a different thing. That's not
Mhm.
Prime. Did you get a chance to look into that at all?
I did not get a chance to look at that Outsiders. No, I did
Mm-hmm.
not get a chance to see that. Any Stars channel suggestions? I got 6 days of free trial. I should have looked at Stars for you. I could have looked and I could have seen anything.
So Stars is the Outlander, right? And then a Spanish Princess. I think that's what they're saying.
All right.
Yeah, I have not. They switched it. They switched the Outlander to Stars, and I don't have a subscription to it, so I've not checked it out. But with all this craziness, I may actually get that. And I'm very much a sucker for any kind of anything that looks like that. So I may get it just to see the Spanish Princess or whatever the new thing it's called. So
Nice.
anybody who's seen it, I'd love to hear your opinion on it before I invest into Stars. Yeah.
I'm on Epics. I pay for Epics Extra on Amazon. That's all I pay for extra.
Mhm.
Epic. And that's really for the Godfather of Harlem. I just really like the
Mhm.
Godfather of Harlem. That show is just an amazing show. I love that show. I really just pay for it just for that one show. But they have
Mhm.
other things like a documentary about George Foreman that was very good too. So there's a couple of things on there that I like. I mean, and people are saying, asking what's better, Netflix or Amazon. As I said, if you're looking for who has more content, then you obviously Netflix has more content.
Mhm.
I don't even think that it's close to saying that any streaming service comes close to the content. Netflix had such a jump on everybody
Yep.
that I think that they have to. But as the only thing that would make you want to have Amazon, that makes you think, number one, it's basically free, right? Because you
Yep.
sign up for Prime, you get free shipping and handling, so they give
Mhm.
you all these movies for free. So basically, you have it just because you order from Amazon. Everyone does, so you might as well have it. That's it.
Yep.
That's its benefit. It's only $100 for the year.
Mhm.
And $100 in shipping and handling can go in 5-6 deliveries. So.
Oh, exactly.
And I buy stuff from Amazon all the time. So it's just worth it just for that.
Mhm.
Number two, as I said, you can order regular movies on it, and you can order television shows that you could get television shows that are out right now. You don't have to wait for
Mhm.
them. You can just say, I want to watch Picard. You could buy the whole season of Picard and it'll come out every week. You don't have to order. You could buy the whole Game of Thrones comes out, the new one comes out. You could just do that real quick.
Mhm.
You could put that on and buy the whole season of Game of Thrones and just pay for it and not have to
Yep.
buy the network and don't have to pay any charge. People say Spartacus. Spartacus was good. The first season
Mhm.
was really good. But the problem with Spartacus, the first season, was that they did everything in the first season. They allowed him to accomplish too much. And I'm going to say, I don't know if that was the plan, but the main actor of Spartacus, he died after season 1 from cancer.
Yes.
So I don't know if they wrote it knowing that he was going to die. So let's get through everything, or that's the way they planned it. If that's the way they planned it, then there was a terrible plan. You shouldn't have had him have so many accomplishments so fast. And that was the problem. You could have stretched that season 1 into 3 seasons and got him out. And they just broke away from the arena too fast. The interesting part of it was that he was a gladiator, and you took away the gladiator stuff in 1 season. And he was on the run right after that, So I would say that Spartacus. Have you watched Spartacus?
Oh, Tony, that's one of my favorite shows. It is. And AK says, "Where is my team, Timolisi? Where when I need her talking about, I'll be your team. I'll be here talking about." No, I did like it. There were. I think they went back. I don't think they realized what's going to happen, and then I think they just kind of tried to pick it up. And I like the switch in the tragedy that they had. I like how they went back because the transitions that they made to kind of go back. I like the zoom on it. It's a very different show. I would not be okay with the slow-mo anywhere else. I don't like slow motion. I don't like the comic book type of blood splatter.
Mhm.
I don't like it. That's the only show I like it in.
Well, it's the first show to do it.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's the original show because it came out basically after that 300 movie came out, and they
Oh.
took a lot of cues from 300, and then after that, they made it into a
Mm.
television show. But when they got to different seasons, like
Yeah.
Crixus's girlfriend, they changed that actress, changed up. She was
Yeah.
not as good as the original
No,
actress.
you're right.
She was not as good. It didn't seem the
Hmm.
same to me right after
Yeah.
after she left. It didn't seem the same to me when they brought in the new Spartacus. That guy just wasn't. He wasn't there. He just didn't
Hmm.
do it. He couldn't pull it off like the original guy could pull it off. So when those changes that they made, you got rid of Lucy Lawless, you got rid of Batiatis, you got rid of
Hmm.
all these people that were great from season one, and it was never ever the same after you got rid of these. I mean, listen, when you see the that's all it is, right? That's all that happens the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's all right. It's all right. It's very graphic.
Very
The
graphic.
nudity is very, very
Hmm.
intense. It's very intense
Hmm.
nudity. Male full frontal nudity constantly.
Late.
Constantly. It's not like once.
No, it's all the time
Yeah,
almost.
all the time. Like I remember the line the guy said to go to the slave guy. He goes, what did exactly he said? He said, he goes, do you like something like, do you like women? Or have you had women or something like that? And then the guy was like, yeah. He's like, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, fine, then I'll take your ass then. And then just bent him over and started having his way with this dude, and maybe that's what it was like back in the days that these rich people can just use these
Hmm.
gladiators like that. And maybe that's what they truly did, but it was very much like
It was
with it.
overkill.
Yeah, it was still too much.
Mm.
It is too much.
Yeah.
Too much for me. I ain't into seeing nothing like that. That I wanted to see the fights, and that was it. Everything else was I didn't need to see it at all. You know what I mean? The story with Crixus and his girlfriend, and then her getting sold off to this dude
Hmm.
because she that's a good angle. They did a
Hmm.
good angle with that and gave him a good reason. But as I said before, when it comes to Spartacus, they just blew through the whole thing. No pun intended, but they blew through the whole thing too fast in season one. They had the guy go from a slave to being captured, training
Yeah.
for a couple of days, beating the undefeated goal, beating the guy who was undefeated champion they brought back, having sex with the blonde haired chick who was an idiot while she had the mask on, killing Bratias and killing Luciolas all in season one. He
That
just
was intense, but I think I forgot how many episodes there are because I think there were more than 10, or at least they put a lot of stuff in there. They put a lot of things where you don't even realize it's one season.
it's too much. It was way too much for one season. You should have had the first season be him rise into the gladiator. Because listen, the first season could have ended him beating Crixus and becoming
Mm.
the head gladiator. That could have been the end of season one. And then after he does that, then the end of season two, they bring back the other gladiator that never been defeated, and he beats him, and he takes that guy out. And then
Mm.
maybe season three, after he's been a gladiator for 2 years, then he could take out Lucy Laws and Bathiatis. Then he can finally get his revenge on them and gain his freedom. But to do all that in one season, it's just way too much. It's just they did way too much. Where is that streaming at? Let me see if I can find out exactly.
Yeah. And
Where.
actually, I'm gonna look for it too. I think for me, that was one of the reasons I kind of liked it because maybe I was suffering some withdrawals from Game of Thrones where they were going a little bit too slow. And when I got into Spartacus, it was just action nonstop.
So
So maybe that was
you
that.
can get it on Stars. You can get it on
Mm,
Sling. So it's Stars, and I think
stars. Okay.
it's where you can watch if you need to watch. Man, maybe we should just do a whole stream. We should just did a whole review of Spartacus.
No, I think I was captivated by nonstop action, complete gore everywhere, sex all the time,
Yeah.
frontal everything from everybody. I like the politics in it. I like the character, but you're right. It was like there was nonstop. It would be coming at you and coming at you. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
binge watched it too, so that
And I
was
was saying,
interesting.
the second one when they went back with Galagus, that wasn't that bad. That when they did that, because I think at that time they didn't know if the guy was going to die or not. So they said, let's go and do a prequel series before they got there. And when they did that with Galagus, that wasn't that bad. It's right when he did die and they moved forward with it and recast it. It just didn't work after that. It didn't. Galagus and everything else and that whole storyline and all that, because you had mostly a lot of people that they already killed off on the show that had them come back for this. So that's truly why it really worked. You know what I mean? So, all right. Me and Ellen, we're going to decide. I'll see if I can talk to her about doing a rewatch, episode by episode breakdown of this thing. We could just break this whole thing down. And see why.
That would be fun. That's the only thing I've seen twice. I mean, I don't watch things twice usually, but this is the only thing I have seen twice, and I enjoyed it twice.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, a lot of blood, a lot of sex and politics. I like it.
There you go. Without a doubt, I know you like it. Blood, sex, LMR's in. You got it.
Yeah.
That's what she's in it for. So, without a shadow of a doubt, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. After the dude died, I lost interest. Yes, that's what it is. After the dude dies, I lost. All right. What is this right here? Dudes that are hung get done dirty in Spartacus. Well, that is true. It does happen to a couple of guys in there. Hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, whatever you want to watch, you want to watch. But they say, I remember them saying, this is becoming a Spartacus thing, but I remember them saying that we're going to talk about this. We're going to do a review about it, and we'll talk more about Spartacus.
Yeah.
When you see the Spartacus lady in a dime shot, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow night.
I'm all good.
We'll do a Spartacus for season 1 review. I had to touch up a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, but I Derek Rock. That's the story of my life.
Yeah, there are a couple. I kept wondering, like, that's I think the first show I've seen that they just plastered it all over everywhere, like everything. And maybe that's why I liked it, because they didn't shy away from blood and any kind of. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl or a woman. It's full frontal. No issues there. Yeah.
They didn't really show a lot of full frontal lower half women. They show a lot of boobs and stuff, but they didn't really show a lot of full frontal lower half women.
Maybe just a couple things, but
it's hard to do back then. Because if you truly wanted to be, and there's nothing realistic about this show, I would say, nothing really. I mean, you would have to say, I don't believe that women would, tidy up that area down there, and I don't know if that would be as appealing on screen to show in this modern day.
Yeah.
But this, like, I don't think women did their eyebrows back then, but all them women's eyebrows was done.
Yep.
All their eyebrows was done.
Yep.
I don't think their eyebrows was done.
There was no body hair in normal places back then, I guess. I don't know what the rules were back then, because it changes, but I didn't see any leg hair or, armpit thing. Like, good. I don't want to see that. Thank you. Keep it realistic to the, to us right now. I don't want to look at all that. Well, so thank you for not doing that, people.
No one wants to see armpit hair on women. No one wants to see it. I don't.
I don't either. My God.
I know other countries too, and look. I've met women from other countries, and I'm saying, I have, and I know there's other countries that they have customs. You know what I mean? And some of their customs are good. Some of their customs, to me, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Armpit hair, deodorant, things like that. Some people don't wear them. Some people do. I understand the way it is in some countries. Some countries it's not. I'm a deodorant wearer. I like deodorant. All right. I enjoy it. I enjoy putting it on. I enjoy when women put it on. Also,
yes.
I enjoy it. And I don't like hairy armpit women. That's just nothing for me. It's just not for me. You know, other people, I'm not saying I'm wrong with it, but I'm saying for the Don Tony Teflon going off on a tangent right here, right now, it's not for me. It's just, and it's for you, fine. That's fine. All right, tomorrow, Don and Elamar, we'll be back tomorrow night so I can drink and actually talk about this thing. We'll do it at night sometime.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to the bottom of this Spartacus thing once and for all.
So between end of this stream and tomorrow, I'll be rewatching my favorite show. Happy times.
Well, this is going to be a third time you have the
third time, yes.
Ella's going to pour herself a drink,
and for that one, I'll get the stars because it's on stars, so I'll get it, and that's one of the reasons because I wanted to get it anyway for Outlander and for the Spanish Princess. So 3 reasons I'm in. Yeah,
I think I have it. I think I have the DVD, the Blu-ray of it already somewhere. I think I already have it. So. Yeah, we'll go through it. I'll go through it all and everything else. I bet you it's on YouTube TV too. I bet you they have it too for sale. I bet you they may have it just the whole season. Probably just buy the season on Amazon. I could probably buy the season for like $20 on Amazon.
No, but it's a good idea for me because I still wanted to watch the Outlander, so that's actually a little kick on my behind to get on it and get the stars going. So,
and that is a good kick to have. All right, people. Thank you very much. Thank you, Elamar. We're going to wrap this stream up. So hopefully I gave you some things to watch on Amazon. You were hating on Amazon. I see people saying we're hating on Hulu. I'm going to do some Hulu stuff too, all right? But if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please share this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, tomorrow that'll be when we do the Spartacus review. Peace and stay sexy.
Bye, everyone.